Special thanks to Crucial for sponsoring this video.
Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Join the Patreon to vote for Envy or Pride from Full Metal Alchemist, and like and subscribe for more ladybugs next time you play. Maybe. Today we're building Giorno Giovanna, a not-so-average Jojo from Italy. Like the other Joes, he's got a special stand, and its ability to create life makes it one spicy meatball. Mario, Vino, Roma.
Disco, 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 inside the gold, baby.
Hi. I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank Crucial for sponsoring this video. You might have noticed I've been doing a lot of streaming lately, and Crucial is a big help with that. When you're running an audio processor, streaming setup, and a video game all at the same time, that can put a lot of pressure on your computer. That's why I used the Crucial System Scanner to check my computer for free. It took 2 clicks and less than a minute to find out what upgrades I needed to put in my PC to get the optimal performance. I ended up getting 32 gigs worth of RAM. It's empty because it's in my computer, and things have been running a lot smoother ever since. If you're looking to get into streaming or just want to play modern video games without lag, you're probably going to need an upgrade. So use the System Scanner for free and then get a great deal on some great products to upgrade your PC. You'll get an even better deal if you use my offer code in the description. That's Tulok15 at checkout for 15% off all Crucial products. So head on down there, use the free System Scanner, and find out what upgrades you need to use on your PC before we get into these indoor months. Now, back to the video.
Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need to create life. Next, we need to destroy it with punching. Finally, we'll stand up. Join us! It's a stand, a ghost buddy who punches things outside our standard range. For stats, we'll be using the standard point array from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just keep your multi-classing minimums in mind. Wisdom will be number 1. If you're creating life, understanding biology would help. Don't want to put a liver where a lung is supposed to be. You're not Chocolata. Dexterity next. Every Joe needs to flurry the blow and shout something repeatedly, at least the ones after part 3. Charisma after that, driving the plot forward, requires a bit of persuasion. Giorno does have a certain eloquence about him. Follow that with Constitution. The enemy stands in your area are really nasty, some of the most devastating in the series, and you don't die. Intelligence is a bit low. Giorno's cool and pretty smart, but he can't even parallel park. We'll dump Strength though. We just don't need it and can get an athletic body with skills. Giorno is a human. He's got that alien stand juice in him, so we'll go variant human for these skilled feat. We actually just need a lot of skills, like acrobatics, athletics, and animal handling. Bump your dexterity and your wisdom with your 2 free points. Take nature for your skill of choice, and the medicine and persuasion skills from your background. We really need a lot of skills. We can grab 2 more by kicking things off as a druid, like perception and insight, to know what your opponent is going to do, even when their stand's powers keep changing based off of what shows up on the writer's iPod shuffle. The main draw, at least for druid, is cantrips and spells. For cantrips, mending puts 2 pieces of something back together or fixes a crack in something with your natural healing abilities. Infestation forces a constitution saving throw on a creature. Failing that, they take a d6 of poison damage and have to move 5 feet in a random direction as a bunch of bugs get in their pants. The most simple creatures to make are obviously the smallest. For spells, Cure Wounds heals a creature 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier as an action, though it's not actually replacing their wound with real flesh. It's just new flesh. Doesn't matter though. Detect poison and disease lets you sense poisons and diseases in the area, so you'll know if there's some big notorious threat. Purify food and drink makes food edible and potable, so your pasta and pizza won't kill the whole crew. Second level druids can wild shape, letting you turn into an animal twice per short rest, but that's not Giorno, so use Wild Companion instead, casting Find Familiar with one of your wild shape uses to conjure a tiny beast from a short list with a spell. Frogs are fun, go for frogs. Since you can cast touch range spells out of your familiar, you've even got a mobile Cure Wounds, distributing animal. For your druid circle, you've got a dream you know is just, so why not the Circle of Dreams? You get the Balm of the Summer Court, which is a pool of d6s equal to your druid level that you can distribute as a bonus action. You can only heal another creature with a number of d6s equal to half your druid level, but they'll also get 1 temporary HP per die you spend. That makes sense. It isn't actually healing them, it's just making new tissue where the injury was. The range is 120 feet, so it's pretty much better Healing Word, which is insane because Healing Word is already one of the best healing spells in the game. Third level druids can learn second level spells. Hold Person lets you force someone's soul out of their body, forcing a wisdom saving throw on a humanoid and paralyzing them for a minute if they fail. Every attack made within 5 feet of a paralyzed target is a critical hit, so you'll be slowing down time for their soul and make them feel the punches much more more intensely. Lesser Restoration removes an effect of poisoning, disease, blindness, deafness, or paralyzation. Considering how potent we just figured out paralyzation is, should definitely clear that out as quick as possible from your friends. Summon Beast conjures a small beast that can take one of 3 forms: land, air, or sea. Unlike your fine familiar summon, this one can actually attack, which makes it much more useful in a fight, because it is any amount of useful in a fight. 4th level druids get an ability score improvement. Bump your wisdom first, since that's going to help your healing abilities and increase your saving throws from your other stand powers. 5th level druids can learn 3rd level spells. Revivify brings a creature back to life if they've been dead for less than a minute. Now every fight you're in, the party can get split in half, melted by mold, or impaled with a fist. They don't have to be, they just can be. Conjure Animals summons a bunch of smaller animals, 1 of challenge rating 2 or lower, 2 of challenge rating 1 or lower, 4 of challenge rating 1/2 or lower, or 8 of challenge rating 1/4 or lower. Now you never have to fight without a team. 6th level Dream Druids get Hearth of the Moonlight and Shadow, letting you create a 30-foot radius of invisibility for your party when you take a short or long rest. Everyone inside gets a +5 bonus to their passive stealth while they're resting. Is there an actual ability in D&D to hide inside a turtle lounge? Yeah, from the Genie Warlock, but technically the turtle is his own character. So this is like half the turtle ability because it's just our way to use other abilities we need from further in Druid. Turtle build went, not from Entourage, from Jojo's. 7th level Druids can learn 4th level spells, and we need 2 of them. Locate Creature lets you find a creature of a vague type or specific creature within a 1,000-foot radius, and you know if they're moving and what direction they're moving in. Turn a piece of their clothing into a fly or something. Add your own flavor to it. Grasping Vine creates a vine you can activate to force a dexterity saving throw on a creature. Failing that, they're pulled 20 feet closer to it. Technically, it's supposed to be a creature, but I think you could use it on a helicopter. There's no restriction on creature size, so you can use it on a Tarask. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to use it on a vehicle, in my opinion. 8th level Druids get another ability score improvement. Cap off your wisdom modifier before we start fighting. We'll do that as a monk, since they get martial arts, letting you make unarmed attacks with your dexterity modifier, and even make one as a bonus action after you make one with your action. It's not quite a full-on muda yet, but we'll get there. You also get unarmored defense, making your AC 10 plus your dexterity and wisdom modifier when you're not wearing armor, which is a great +5 jump at this point. Monk multiclasses so nicely. 2nd level monks get another muda with key points you can use to do cool stuff like a flurry of blows. That lets you make 2 unarmed attacks as a bonus action instead of 1. That's a 3-hit combo. We're going to take it even further in a second. Step of the Wind lets you dash or disengage as a bonus action with double the jump distance, helping make up for your lower strength score. Patient Defense lets you dodge as a bonus action, giving you more time to assess your enemy's stand. You don't have to spend any key points on unarmored movement, you're just faster when you've got a very deep V. The deeper the V, the better. The lower the zipper, the further you level up in Monk. 3rd level monks can choose a monastic tradition, and if you want to stand up, go for the Astral Self, letting you spend a key point to activate your Astral Arms. Astral Arms increase your unarmed attacks range by 5 feet. They deal force damage instead of bludgeoning, and you can use your wisdom modifier for the attack and damage rolls. Hey, that means Golden Wind is better since we started getting our exclusive Golden Wind abilities. All monks can deflect missiles, letting you reduce the damage from incoming ranged attacks by 1d10 plus your monk level and dexterity modifier. Everyone in part 4 can deflect missiles. Why make Mista a thing and then take that away? It's like, I regret this. Everyone has bullet immunity powers. 4th level monks get slow fall, letting you reduce falling damage by 5 times your monk level as a reaction. If your kneecaps explode, just make new ones. You also get another ability score improvement, round up your dexterity and charisma modifiers, since you don't really get anything from odd numbers. More charisma will make you more persuasive. 5th level monks get an extra attack, letting you make 2 attacks with your action instead of 1, or up to 4 with a flurry of blows. Now that's muda. Your unarmed attacks are also dealing a d6 of damage now. There's also Stunning Strike, letting you force a Constitution saving throw on a creature you hit by spending a key point. Failing that, they're stunned until the end of your next turn. If this seems a little more accurate to you than Hold Person, go for it. Either way, you're punching souls out of bodies. 6th level monks get Key Empowered Strikes, letting you make your unarmed attacks magical in terms of overcoming resistances. Not super important to Astral Self monks since you're already dealing force damage, so at least you get the visage of the Astral Self here. By spending a key point, you can give yourself 120 feet of dark vision. You gain advantage on insight and intimidation checks. Use that supercharged insight to guess the wacky abilities of your DM's baddies. At this point, we're going to jump over to Fighter for a fighting style like Unarmed Fighting to deal 1d8 with your unarmed attacks as long as you have 2 free hands, and a d4 of damage to a creature you have grappled once per round. You also get Second Golden Wind to heal 1d10 plus your fighter level as a bonus action once per long rest. Always heal yourself before healing other people, because if the healer is dead, nobody gets healed. 2nd level fighters get Action Surge, letting you make 2 actions in 1 turn once per short rest. That means up to 6 attacks in a round with a flurry of blows, or muda. Restart the video and drink a shot of water every time I say muda. You'll get really hydrated. 3rd level fighters can choose a martial archetype. We could go Echo Knight for another stand, but like, we have a stand. So go Battle Master for calligraphy. We couldn't go Kensei, and I needed it somehow. I'm kidding. We're here for superiority die. You get 4 of them. They're D8s you can spend on 3 maneuvers. Rally lets you give a creature temporary HP equal to your charisma modifier plus the D8, so you can overcharge your healing before a fight even starts. Riposty Toasty lets you attack a creature that misses you with a melee weapon attack as a reaction, and add your superiority die to the damage. Lots of fights end with you analyzing then striking. Speaking of, tactical assessment lets you add your superiority die to an investigation, insight, or history check, so you're always going to know what's going on. 4th level fighters get another ability score improvement. Keep pushing your dexterity modifier up for better AC so you can rippy dip as often as possible. 5th level fighters get nothing since extra attacks don't stack, but the hit die is better, and the stuff from higher levels in Monk like evasion and poison immunity doesn't suit Giorno. Half of the stands in part 5 are poison and disease, and they are problems. Anyway, the hit die is better, and we get action surge, we get another healing ability, still works out pretty nicely. I just want to be clear, there is great stuff from those Monk levels we didn't take, it's just not Giorno stuff. Capstone is the 6th level fighter for one last ability score improvement. Cap off your dexterity to dodge incoming stand fire as often as possible. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. First, you have healing options, and good lord, I never get to build healers. Healing is really good. Please play a healer. You're also great at pumping out damage with hold person, action surge, and flurry of blows. You can send out 12 d8 plus 30 force damage against a creature that can't fight back, around 78 with median rolls. Finally, you have a surplus of skills, helping you get things done before the fight starts. For weaknesses, your resources are kind of limited. Not really. 8 key points, a decent number of healing spells, healing that doesn't require spell slots, and everything from fighter recharging on a short rest. You don't have that much health at 139. That's not really that bad either. Your strength saves are bad. Not super common, but you could get shoved around. Giorno doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. He's a healer, he can fight, and he looks cool as hell while doing it. Just watch out for big bosses, or you could have a bad Dio. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe for more. We make 2 videos every week. Join the Patreon to vote for Envy or Pride from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and follow me on Twitch if you want to watch me stream some Elden Ring. We're having a lot of fun.